Hello world,
Hello.
welcome back to the Ignited Fortitude podcast with Bobby, Stephen, Will, episode 71, special episode, right?
Special
episode.
Actually, this will be 72 because it's going to drop off for Christmas.
For Christmas.
So, it's a special episode.
It's a special episode.
Yes, it is.
We'll see what we have going on here. We're in Veterans Memorial Park in Sierra Vista, live on location, but it won't be coming to you guys live. You'll be getting it on Christmas. What are we doing here, guys?
So, we got invited to participate and do a live recording for something called the Glow Ride. We're going to get the host, the guy that's promoting this, Jai, and he's one of Will's neighbors.
Yes.
And he's just been hounding us to try to get us to participate in certain events that he's got going on in town, and we thought this was a perfect one that lined up with what we do. So we're going to be talking to people about Christmas. A lot of people have these awesome Can-Ams. I got to work on my jealousy right now.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, wow, like we're gonna have to do some like outward shots of like what's going on here, because just this giant truck in front of us that has a Prestige, an American flag on it, it's all lifted, and I'm like, man, I want that. And then you get the Can-Ams and everything, the side-by-sides going around out here. It's pretty awesome. It's only 3 o'clock. I think it's just starting. So
Yeah, we're not even kicking it off until close to 4:30.
I don't know, but they did say there was a cookie eating concert.
Yeah, and
So
yes, there is here shortly. And what's awesome about it is that, we got sponsors all over the place. You name the sponsor, we're probably out here. You got, what's it? Is that Dad Swag coming over here to the right of us? You got another. So some of these things that are out here are literally homegrown businesses within our community. So if you're able to come out to support just the community itself, all you're doing is giving back to the community. That's why we're here too, right? We're here to give back to the community, share a little bit of folks of what God means to us, and hopefully, they join our community, right? Ignited Fortitude. Community.com, www.ignitedfortitude.
For some reason, I made that an important part of it.
So check it out. Come see us if you're out and about, or even hit us up, right? Jai, like Bobby said, Jai came and kind of pestered. The squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yeah.
So if we haven't said anything or talked about a topic you brought up over the last almost 2 years now.
Yeah, 2 years, yeah.
Be the squeaky wheel. Let's talk about it, because the whole goal of Ignited Fortitude is to tell you are not alone, and there's a brother and sister that's going through something similar to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. What are we going to do now?
We're going to go get some people to interview.
All right, let's do that. Let's stop recording and let's get some people to interview.
All right.
I know, we got a suspect right there. Look, you're creeping on us.
All right. All right, guys, here we go with another interview at the Glow Ride. You want to state your name?
Hey, I'm Jai. I'm the event coordinator of SV Glow Ride. It's a pleasure to have you guys out here.
Hey, man, we're so grateful. That's what we were talking about earlier when we first started, man. It's just your consistent
Squeaky wheel,
man. Just getting on to like, hey, come out to this event, come and do this thing. And so, we're grateful to be out here, man. So, what is the Glow Ride? What's the whole purpose of it?
So I think the sense of Sierra Vista is that we want to create wholesome community events that help reinforce that family structure. I feel like that's under attack right now.
Sure.
And the more we do to reinforce that family structure, the better our community can to withstand, everything else going on in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you talk about family structure and how it's being attacked right now. So I'm assuming that you're a believer.
I'm absolutely a believer. And forgive me, I'm getting messages.
No, man, you're a busy boy.
Moving around the whole event. I am absolutely a believer in Jesus Christ and that He's saved our soul. And it's just crazy to see the amount of just life that has taken such a weird direction. And when I'm talking about family structure, I mean love your kids, love your wife, love your husband, wives, and just pursue that American dream the way it was intended when this country came about.
Sure, absolutely, man.
So what is Jesus to you and who He is to you?
He is the guideline and the rock and the stone and how you should live your life and move forward. Now, we don't do everything perfect. I'm not here to say that like, hey, all high and mighty. I'm just here to say, hey, you know what? Let's pursue who he is. You know, like faith is supposed to be an unseen bridge leading to the knowledge of who God is. So we don't know where we're going to take our next step. We don't know if there's even ground underneath us. That's not our problem. Our problem is to just believe that God has got us covered and we can take that next step.
Yeah, man. Amen. So what does Christmas mean to you?
Christmas to me means bringing your whole family together, have those arguments, have those fights, get them out before the year is over so we can start it all over and fresh.
All right, man. All right. Hey, man. So, we appreciate you inviting us over here and just making us a part of this, and just looking forward to. I'm going to put you and have you say something publicly, so that way it'll be held to you. You said you wanted to start a podcast, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be coming out with that. Oh man, we're gonna drop 2 of them. I'm hoping for next year. We're gonna drop the Dadcast, and that is that the purpose of that podcast is that we wanna help the men's mental health kind of scenarios going on. We want to talk to different dads, your white picket fence dad, to your dad that has struggled, to the dad that is still struggling to figure things out throughout the day, because we believe that those stories need to be heard. Yeah. And right now we're just talking to different dads, trying to figure out who's coming on the podcast right out the gate. We're working on some crowdfunding for it and making it happen. It's hopefully February, March timeframe. And then we later on in the year, we want to do one that is about small businesses and what it takes to run a small business in a rural area. So cool. We want to keep that local economy growing, and we want to keep that local character growing at the same time.
Cool, brother. So you got an audience that's gonna be waiting to hear from you, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get you on my show.
Hey, you got it, man. We'll be on it. I said lots of stuff that I'm like, oh snap, I said something, so now I got to really do it.
Right? Hey, I mean, I've known Will for quite some time. We're right next to each other all the time, and I think that Will would attest to the fact that I have some weird ideas and they're always coming, and that most of the time I'm able to pull off what I want to do.
That's cool, man.
That's it.
Heck yeah.
So, hey, always giving us, I guess you could say a platform, right? Giving us a new platform for us. So we got some bugs we got to work out, because this is the first time.
Yeah.
But since you've done that for us, hey, look, it's a hoodie. The armor of God is on the back of it, Ignited Fortitude on the front. It's a large, or is it an XL? I think it might be an XL. I'm not trying to say that you're a big guy or anything like that, but I'm just saying,
I wear my pants like Mexican lowriders, man. So we're good. All right.
All right, brother. Hey, well, thanks, man. Thanks for being
thank you guys. I hope you guys get some great interviews and that you get some good pictures, because this event is just a beautiful thing. You get to see the community come together like nothing else here.
That's awesome, man.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. So we have our first interview. Rancher Ron, you want to say hi to the people that are listening?
How's it going, everybody? If you're not out here, you should be. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many times have you been doing this event?
This is the 6th annual, and I've been here every year since.
Oh, wow,
since
that's
it started.
So what do you do?
I own RLH Trucking and 4 Hours Rock and Sand. So we sell and deliver rock, gravel, sand, dirt, boulders, flagstone, just about anything you need for your landscaping materials.
Do you support just Sierra Vista or Cochise County, or?
Cochise County, and we will go out to Tucson and other close surrounding areas.
Cool. And how long have you had that business?
RLH Trucking's been established since 2006. 4 Hours Rock and Sand, we started it May of last year.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
So you're an established organization within the community.
Correct.
Homegrown.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's cool. And so you're one of the sponsors for Glow Ride, correct?
We are. Jai reached out, said, hey, we got this going on. Would you like to help us out? And this has always been a great event. I've enjoyed participating every year. And if there's anything that I could do to help out, we saw this opportunity, wanted to step forward and, be a sponsor and donate, make this a little bit better, a little bit bigger.
Cool. That's great. Hey, so here's a question. What does Christmas mean?
Christmas is, for me, it's not about the gifts. It's not about that. It's about spending time with family. It's about getting back to the roots. When I was a kid, we used to sit around and we'd read, Christmas stories. We talk about church and about the 3 wise men and how that all started. That's how the gift giving came about. Yep. Christmas it's about family. It's about just getting together and showing each other what they mean to you.
Cool. And you said you talked about the church. Do you believe in Jesus?
I do.
Yeah. Have you been a believer for a long time?
We used to go to church starting back in, I believe, 1989, 1990. So I grew up in the church, and I've been a believer my whole life.
Cool. That's great, man. That's great. So what does Jesus mean to you?
Jesus is my savior. You know, he gave his life, and I want to follow in that example.
Cool, that's good. And is there something that you do that you have the availability because of the business that you have, that you're able to spread the gospel? Anything that you do?
So we did do one donation so far. We're looking for more here in the near future, but we had a donation where there was a lady that couldn't get out of her driveway, you know, and during monsoon season, her dirt was just so slick. We were able to donate rock to her, and the very next day after the rock was dropped off, no lie, it rained, and she called us, you know, crying, saying, "Hey, thank you for the rock." I actually left my driveway. I had nowhere to go in town, but I left my house just because I could. We told her, you know, hey, we want to bless people. We've been blessed. You know, God blesses us. God bless you. You know, just
Cool,
keep
man.
the spirit alive and.
Cool, awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, look at the concept. Like you said, couldn't go any place because of the rain, right, and flooded driveway. You lay down the rock to show how live God is.
Yes.
It's like, hey, little sister, look, your brother gave you something, the opportunity to go. I'm gonna prove to you what, like you said, you gave back to the community. God says, hey, I'm gonna test your faith, right, to the little sister, right, that you donated to. She's like, what? I could actually leave. So, and those are the little things that we forget, like you said, about Jesus and what it's all about, is those little moments that we neglect because we take it for granted. And here you literally gave her the opportunity. It's like, don't take it for granted, right? So
It was
do
something simple as just gravel, and
Correct.
you know, a lot of us have gravel in our yards, you know, for our driveways if we don't have asphalt or concrete, you
Yes.
know, and it's we don't think about it, but like this lady, it's not that it was deep ponds she was trying to lead through to get it, but it was so slick that her car would slide. And again, it's nothing that we're thinking about, you know, on a daily basis, but something so small like that,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
It's, we try and do whatever we can, you know, just live in his light and, you know, do what he would do.
Amen, man. And like you said, you know, God's blessed you, and so bless other people. Right?
Exactly.
That's awesome, brother. Well, Farmer John, appreciate you, brother.
Say your business again for us. Come on.
We're I'm Rancher Ron with RLH Trucking and 4 Hours Rock and Sand. We sell gravel, flagstone, sand, dirt, boulders, whatever it is that you need.
You got it, man.
So you got a phone number?
We do. For the RLH Trucking, if you've got debris that you want hauled away, it's 520-266-0345. For the 4 Hours Rock and Sand, if you're looking for the materials and then scheduled delivery for that as well, it's 520-403-0380.
All right,
That's awesome, brother.
Hey,
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate you, boss.
Not a problem.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Hey, you too.
Cool. All right, guys. So we got Aaron with us. Aaron, you want to tell the people what you do, who you are?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Aaron Duncan. This is our first event. It's called Dad Swag. We just started. So we're building an organization of dads that can go out and do community work. That's
Cool.
what we're trying to do. You'll see on some of the merchandise we have, DAD is an acronym. So we kind of come up with values that we believe dads should all have for their children. Decide, detect, deliver, disciple, discipline, all things like that. So 2 parts. One, we obviously sell the merchandise, but our big thing is Dad Swag in Action. So we started a group called Dad Swag in Action, where our goal is to ultimately bring fathers together from the community with their kids to doing community improvement projects, feed the homeless, help elderly people move, anything. So we're trying to work to build this organization.
What got you? What was the vision for it? Like, how did it come about for you to start something like that?
Great question. Honestly, being a dad. So I was a single father for a long time. I've got 3 kids, range from 16, 15, and 8. So just trials and tribulations of being a dad. I wanted to shed light on the importance of being a dad. I don't think dads get enough credit for what they do. And
You can
so
say that a little bit louder. No, I'm just kidding.
Just a little bit.
we do not get enough credit for what we do. And so I want to bring good dads together to try to do good things and hopefully impact other dads. I want to bring people together. I want to bring the community together. I want to raise our kids up, with those same values, so it continues to trickle down.
That's awesome, man. So do you have a Facebook group? What kind of group do you have where guys can get plugged in for?
Website.
Sure, we're building a website right now. We currently don't have a website, but we did start a movement on Facebook. It's called the Dad Swag Coalition page.
Okay.
So we have the Dad Swag Coalition. It has about 100 members right now. But to be in the group, you have to be a dad or you have to be a granddad, right? So it's just men that come together. We share ideas on how we can uplift the community, come together and bring our kids together to do that.
Have you guys done any events yet? Any community events yet?
So this is our first event today. Like we had Dad Swag members that came out today and we helped set up this whole event. So we came out this morning about 8 o'clock, put all the signs up, put all the tents up. We are currently trying to put together a trash-a-thon. So we want to do a trash-a-thon quarterly, kind of like first Saturday, 9 to 12 type thing where we take dads and their kids and we go through communities, pick up trash, and just start an initiative. That's really what we're trying to do.
That's really cool, man. So one of the questions that we're asking everybody is, what does Christmas mean to you?
Jesus' birth. I mean, that's what we're celebrating is, Jesus' birth, 100%.
So next question would be, what does Jesus mean to you?
Everything. I mean, that's the reason we're here today. My dad is a huge influence for this Dad Swag movement, and he asked me before I came here, he said, what is success today for you? I said, it's a great question. I said, I think I'm already successful, even if I don't sell anything. It's not about selling anything. It's the first time we're here. We have a physical presence. We've been able to come support. We've had people come support us. So just physically getting the ball rolling, it's already a win. So I think all of this would not be a possibility without Jesus. And I know I would not be here without Jesus and his plan. And I know that all this is according to his plan and where we're supposed to be right now.
So I'm gonna put you on blast so that way you are gonna be on our next episode because there's a testimony that you alluded to about being a single father,
Yes, sir.
3 kids, right, and the trials and tribulations on that the community needs to know. Like you said, you're building a community of dads to understand that hey, you're not alone.
Right.
Got it. You may be a single father, or you may have the right nucleus of a mother and father in the household. But here's the let's stand up. This is what we're understanding, right?
Yes,
Standing up a group of men, because as we know that our men are falling short.
Yes, sir.
Just being fathers and then being spiritual leaders in the homes are falling short just because of the way society has, what's the word am I looking for? Emasculated? I guess is that right?
Emasculating, yeah.
Sure.
So you mentioned about bringing good dads together and dads that are having the struggle, and some of those dads that just don't know whether they're doing
Sure.
good enough or if they're enough.
Sure.
And the thing is, like you said about Jesus Christ, is you are already enough. You're a father. Now we need you to stand up
Right.
to be a dad,
Right.
to represent your child, right? Because a lot of times we forget that that the backbone of most society is the male figure, right?
Yes, sir. Set
and
the
if
example.
setting the example.
Yes, sir.
So even if you are a father of 3 girls or a father of boys, there's a image or a status that you have to uphold, and that's what you've done, right?
Yes,
you've
sir.
demonstrated to your children that, look, I may not have been the best dad at times. I may not have been there all the time.
But I didn't quit.
But I didn't quit on it. I showed up every morning, and that's why I was like, you need to come talk to us in our studio
I'd love to.
and talk about the testimony of what you've
love to.
done, the trials and tribulations, on who you leaned on. Because you said it right. Jesus gave you what you have today, and you don't need to sell any merchandise.
That's right.
You've been successful because God blessed you with so many things.
sir.
And dude, look, you go ahead, man.
Amen.
You're gonna get me rolling, and we're gonna
Yes,
be here
sir.
for hours.
Well, we need support, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of dads, like you were saying, we want to feel supportive, and dads need to know it's okay to be weak in some of those times too.
It's okay to not be okay.
And
Yeah.
we can lean on other dads, we can learn from other dads, and we can be that presence and grow.
Well, and I think it's so good what you're doing, man, because I know that, our biggest heart desire, and even with the podcast, was there's too many men that are just lone wolves.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And that mentality is, it's self-sabotaging.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean?
get mine. I don't care
Right.
who I sacrifice.
Right.
Right. And the real thing about it is you're sacrificing yourself.
Sure. When just doing this is my mission currently, right? I'm showing my kids I can take a vision, take a dream, and try to pursue it.
Yeah.
You know, I want them to see how hard you can work and,
Yeah.
and produce results.
Yeah,
right?
and not be afraid to
Fail.
to fail. Yeah. You know what I mean? For it not to be what you thought it was going to be,
Yes,
or
sir.
however it's going to end up developing.
Right.
You know? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, thank you very much, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
God bless you, man.
Appreciate
Thank you, sir.
it,
Appreciate
Stay
you.
blessed.
Hey, real quick. So on social media, what is the tag? So if somebody wants to look it up or get it.
So if you go on Facebook right now and just search for the groups and look up Dad Swag Coalition, it'll pop up right on there.
Cool.
All right, that'll
All
work.
right, you go through, answer a few questions. We just make sure you're a dad or a granddad and your heart's in the right place, and then you join our group.
Amen.
Awesome. Awesome, brother. Hey, thanks,
Thank you,
man.
gentlemen.
Thanks.
I appreciate you
God
guys.
bless.
All right, we're here with Alexa from the Crafty Wench.
Yeah, just Crafty Winch on Facebook, but
Crafty
it sounds
Winch.
better if you say the.
So we're here with Alexa, Crafty Wench.
Yes.
Crafty wedge. So what it's about? Homegrown business, right? You stood this up, you and your husband?
It's just me, but my husband definitely gave me all the money to start up since I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you do?
I do crochet business so far, but I left it at hobbyist so I can add in whatever I'd like.
Awesome.
What do you have in your business?
I have item-wise.
Yes.
I have some chickens, bumblebees. I have to get some cows going out. We got some emotional support chill pills, because who doesn't need one of those?
I like that a lot.
That
I'm
is awesome.
about to go buy a chill pill.
Yes, I made one for my mother already.
That's awesome. So, and how did it come about?
I have a whole back room of just hobbies on hobbies. And right now I am 9 months pregnant, so I thought, you know what's better? Making money and sitting down.
Nice.
So just add the yarn.
So when are you due?
In 15 days, the very last day of this year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So if we hear a holler and a scream and oh my goodness, my water broke, that's not a good thing.
You know, it could be. I'll just make my husband stay here and run the booth.
That's good. That's good.
awesome.
So what does Christmas mean to you?
For me, it's mostly just spending time with family. Unfortunately, I feel like family's kind of separated lately. It's smaller family time, but it's still quality time.
That's good. So are you from this area then?
My family's from Benson. I was raised mostly in the Air Force with my stepfather, but we've been here quite a while.
Okay. Awesome. And are you a person of faith?
I like to call myself a eclectic pagan because I believe in just so many different religions.
Okay.
They've got to take a little bit from everything.
I mean, I'm not. This isn't the place for us to have the conversation.
Oh yeah.
But we, it is one of the important things for Christmas is family time, right?
Of
Like
course.
getting that time together and getting the opportunity to just make the memories that I think a lot of times in society today we don't really value anymore. It's a lot of time spent on our phones and just sitting in the same room.
Yeah.
So awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Not the Crafty
Crafty
Wench
Wench,
on
yeah.
Facebook. Okay. And your name's Alexa.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
We
having me.
appreciate the time, and we'll make sure that we send people your way. I know that some of our family have already bought a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So we got another interview. This is Mark Daniels. Do you want to tell the audience who you are?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on the show here. My name is Mark Daniels. I'm your Cochise County Sheriff, and thanks to the people, I get to wear the badge, you get to wear the outfit, and be on your show today as a sheriff.
That's awesome. So what does it mean to be the Cochise County Sheriff?
It really means trust in the people. That's really what it means. They've given their trust to me to safeguard them, keep them safe, protect their freedoms and liberties, and support and sustain their quality of life. That's really what it means. And when they lose trust with me, I can't be their sheriff no more. And that goes for, it should be for any elected official. And I take my oath serious, and the oath is I'll support the rule of law, the Constitution, and never forget who I work for, and that's the people.
That's great, man. That's great. I wish some other people would take that into consideration.
Me too. I'll be that too. Me too. And I mean, every elected official and everyone that wants to run for office, and those that don't even care about politics, everyone's out here today doing this, supporting this, because this is an event about people in need, people coming together during the Christmas. 'Tis the season to care and give.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's pretty awesome. We didn't get it on video, but right now you were on a bike, just shuttling the little kids, so that way they could just ride their trikes and show the community, do their own glow ride. So
you know, in law enforcement, next year will be my 40th year in 2024 that I've been wearing a badge. Prior to that, I was in the military. So when it comes to country and community, I'm all about that. And I did not expect to be riding a tricycle tonight. Jai said, "Hey, can you take the kids around?" And I always support them. Our sheriff's assist team, our volunteers, will be taking the off-road vehicle side-by-sides here out in here in a little bit and doing the safety brief. But my car's parked across the parking lot. I thought I was going to take the kids in some kind of like side-by-side. So I got here and realized it was a pedal bike, tricycle, if I'm going to look at it, adult version. I said, "You really want me on that?" And they said, "Yes." Well, I've been dealing with unexpected for 40 years. I said, "For the kids, I'll do it." If it was for adults, I wouldn't, but for kids, I'll do it. You know? Awesome. It was actually pretty cool. And every kid got a little sheriff's sticker, just like you guys did. Wear those with pride. And but that's how we give back at the sheriff's office, and we give so much in the community. Earlier today, we were putting bikes together for kids in need with the Boys and Girls Club. So again, it's what we do. 'Tis the season. If you're not paying forward, you gotta ask, what are you doing?
Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's great. So with that in mind, what does Christmas mean to you?
Christmas is all about the love. It's all about Jesus, our Savior, all that. I mean, people look at it and they believe different, but at the end of the day, it's about the spirits that we have within us and what we believe in. So I'm a believer. I believe in our good Lord, and it drives you every day and drives me every day. And if it doesn't, come see us.
Do you believe that's how big of a role does your faith play into your position as the sheriff of Cochise County?
Well, it provides us hope. We deal with some of the ugliest things society ever sees, that the public should never see. Let me just say that. We see people at their ugliest. And if we didn't have hope, we didn't have prayer, and we didn't believe, think how devastating that would be to every human being out there wearing a badge, and those out there that are helping others. So again, it provides hope. And the day we lose hope, the days we're in trouble in this country and as individuals.
Amen.
That's awesome. You got anything to add?
No, I'm just sitting here in awe that the sheriff was riding a tricycle.
I am too, because that's probably going to go viral. And, I'm up for election next year, so ouch.
I think that's going to be in your favor, though.
Yeah,
I think so too. I do too. And on behalf of the men and women of the sheriff's office, if I got a chance, just gentlemen, to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Please do something positive. Give your family, your loved ones, and even your friends a hug, and thank them for being there for you too.
And we want to thank you and your team for all that you guys do for our community.
Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. I'll just say that. We couldn't do it without you. And I remind the citizens who we work for that if it wasn't for them and supporting us, this would be a tough job as a sheriff. So thank you, everybody.
Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thank you, guys. Take care. God bless you all.
God bless you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So we're back in the studio.
Yes, we are.
Just like that movie Magic, right? So, what'd you think of the event, man?
That was an awesome event. It was good to get the gang back together with the third element of having Steve, right? The diversity of the Glow Ride and the folks that we interacted with, sponsors, vendors, Arizona Ranger. I mean, the sheriff. Come on, man.
Bro, that event was crazy. Seeing all those side by sides and the trucks and vehicles that are just decorated, and man, it was awesome. It's not awesome if you run into it and you're trying to get somewhere. Trust me. Just speaking from experience, Jai, you gotta figure a little something out. I don't want to get into it, but it was a great event. Yep. And but
what about those low riders, those little ones? I didn't get to see that because I was at the booth. So you got to talk about that one.
That was so cool, man. So we had Sheriff Daniels, and he just was riding around. He talked about it, right? So he was just on his bike, throwing off a siren, and all these like little kids in their own like little Power Wheels or tricycles or whatever it is, just riding, following behind him in the park. Like they were, taking after their parents and stuff. So it was cool. It was
nice.
It's awesome, man. It was awesome to see that that's going on in our community.
It is. And so what do you think about our first event outside of studio settings?
That was pretty cool. give us some insight on our capabilities and what we can do, right? Kind of got dogged out, but it's okay.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but it's all good. And yeah, it's cool. And I'm looking forward to the availability of just packing up. Pretty interesting. We found out that those little mics that we had were actually almost
better than these guys right
well,
here.
I'm not gonna say better, but
Yeah.
definitely did the job. So
Yeah.
we might not have to lug so much around.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. So,
Yeah, I'm excited about it and getting us together because, you know, it's good to see the people outside and asking, Ignited Fortitude, what's that about? Right? And those questions of the passerbyers and taking the time to ask the question. And
Yeah.
so I'm walking away wondering, right? Because some of them had questions even more than what Ignited Fortitude was.
yeah.
And it's like, okay, they dip into it. We'll see.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You
It
know?
was. It was. So obviously this episode is aired on Christmas Day. So very Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Enjoy your families.
Yes.
Thanks for those of you that are watching that came on and were interviewed. Thank you so much. And Jai, thank you for having us out. And God bless you guys and enjoy your families.
Yep. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.